أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والله الذي لا إله إلا هو الملك القدوس السلام المؤمن المهيمن العزيز الجبار المتكبر العزيز الجبار المتكبر سبحان الله سبحان الله عما يشركون هو الله الخالق البارئ المصور له الأسماء الحسنى يسبح له ما في السماوات والأرض وهو العزيز الحكيم آمنت بالله صدق الله العظيم.
Here I am going to discuss first of all what is our topic of webinar of today, and our today's topic is ASHRAE scholarship and equipment grants. What are ASHRAE scholarships and what are the equipment grants? ASHRAE International is offering number of scholarships to its members and equipments related to some of the projects, and how we can get them and how we can take away that scholarships. All we will discuss today. First of all, I want to tell you about what is ASHRAE. What is ASHRAE UET Lahore student branch? ASHRAE basically it was founded in 1894. Is a global society advancing human well-being through sustainable technology for the built environment. This society and its members focus on building systems, energy efficiency, indoor air quality, refrigeration, and sustainability within the industry. Through research, standards writing, publishing, and continuing education, ASHRAE shapes tomorrow's built environment today. ASHRAE was formed as the American Society of Heating, Refrigerating, and Air Conditioning Engineers by the merge in 1959 of American Society of Heating and Air Conditioning Engineers, founded in 1894, and the American Society of Refrigerating Engineers, founded in 1904. It was basically history about ASHRAE when it was formed in when it was basically it was its history about how it was started and how it's going on. Now I want to discuss some of the ASHRAE's core values. Some of the main mottos and some of the main aims of ASHRAE are its excellence, commitment, integrity, collaboration, and on number 5 volunteerism, and on the number 6 diversity. These are the some main ASHRAE core values what on which ASHRAE is working. After this, I'm going to tell you about Code of Ethics Statement. What is the Code of Ethics Statement of ASHRAE UET Lahore? In this and all other ASHRAE meetings, we will act with honesty, fairness, courtesy, competence, inclusiveness, and respect for others. This is the main Code of Ethics Statement. This is the main reason and the main points of ASHRAE, what we will talk about, what we are going to do, and what we are doing already, which exemplify our core values of excellence, commitment, integrity, collaboration, volunteerism, and diversity. And we shall avoid all real or perceived conflicts of interest. And after this, I'm going to introduce our speaker, our respected speaker. First of all, I want to thank him, and I'm going to share some of his details. Respected Muhammad Fahim Shahbaz. He is our speaker today. He is the chair student activities at Central Pakistan chapter. He has done bachelor degree with specialization MS in project management. And our sir is a member of ASHRAE. Here it is written as member of ASHRAE International. He is a member of ASHRAE International, and he was ex-president of Central Pakistan chapter, and he has chaired young engineers in ASHRAE committee. And we are very again thankful to our respected speaker that he has get some time out for us, and will share his all about today's webinar. Up to you, sir.
Thank you, Habib, for the introduction. So I'm starting my screen sharing. Okay, so Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Our today's program is about, it has two parts. We will be discussing about ASHRAE scholarship program and the equipment grants which ASHRAE offer us. And ASHRAE offers the undergraduate students. So it's very simple. All the details are available on ASHRAE website, but most of the students don't know and don't check those opportunities. So that's why I have directly logged in into the website, and so that you guys see the information where it is available, and you can access from your mobile or from your laptops, etc. So let's talk about the ASHRAE Society Scholarship Program. We have right now uh, 45 society scholarships available for year 2021-2022, and the scholarships range up to $10,000 each student. So now I would like to share some more details, the selection process for getting the ASHRAE scholarships, or you can say that how you can apply for these scholarships. Basically, the scholarships are awarded based on the following and for the academic year following the application deadline. So it means that if you are applying right now, the current academic year cannot be considered for the scholarship. You must be a student in the next coming year. So maybe that's not a good news for those who are studying in the 7th or 8th semester. But this is a very good news for those attending and who are enrolled in the 6th semester, or you can say in the 5th semester. So that's the first selection process. And the second one is that you must have the GPA of at least 3 on a scale of 4. And or you are the top student, you are among the top 30 students of the class. So these are the two criterias. You should meet either one of those. In addition to that, you should have 3 letters of recommendations, including one from your instructor or faculty advisor, a current or past employer. So in case of students, this won't be required, and another character reference. Or you can contact the ASHRAE or you can contact the Central Pakistan chapter's president for his recommendation. So in total, the applicant must have 3 recommendation letters. In the case of schools with an ASHRAE student branch, like the UET student branch, a letter from the faculty advisor could be the one of the recommendation letters. The third thing is that the student who is applying for the scholarship would have potential service to serve the HVAC profession or refrigeration profession. So if he is seeking a career in HVAC or in refrigeration industry, he will have a bright chance of getting the scholarship. Next thing is that he is financially needy person. So it is where his, you can say, moral values come. So if he is not a needy person, he should not apply for that. That's not for the sake of getting the money he is applying. So he should be in a financial need. Next thing is that he should have a good character. He has good leadership abilities, and he should have to describe all those, including his academic achievements and other leadership roles in his application. Next is that he should be willing to serve the community. So he should be willing to volunteer for, you can say, for ASHRAE and for other organizations. So these are the main things which are required for ASHRAE scholarship applications. Now, the scholarship which we will be discussing is in today's session would be undergraduate engineering scholarships. Undergraduate engineering scholarships. And the deadline for this scholarship is 1st December. The deadline for this scholarship is 1st December, and the applications can be submitted online. Now let's talk about the scholarships available. The first scholarship that is available is range from $3,000 to $10,000. And again, the criteria remains almost the same. Its deadline is December 1st. We have $10,000 scholarships that's named against Willis H. Carrier Scholarship, and two scholarships, two 1 year, 10,000 undergraduate engineering scholarships are available annually. The second one that is amounting $10,000, that is Gordon VR Allness Scholarship, and it is a 1 year scholarship established by and named for a former ASHRAE president for term 2009 and 2010. Then we have Ruben Train scholarships. That's three scholarships for 2 years, amounting $10,000. And then we have $5,000 scholarships, and the first one is the Lynn Bellinger Scholarship. The Lynn Bellinger Scholarship is available exclusively for women. So all the female students who are joining this session, they must apply for this scholarship, and also they should apply for others also, but they have very bright chances of getting the Lynn Bellinger scholarships because it is exclusive to women's, or you can say ladies. So Lynn Bellinger was ASHRAE president, and he was ASHRAE first woman president, and his term was in year 2010 to 2011. Then we have other scholarships also: Frank Koda Scholarship, Charles Hanks Scholarship, Dwayne Hanson, Prem Jain scholarships, and so on. Then we have the Henry Adams scholarships. This is basically the details of these scholarships, and you can easily log in and read all the description. I will not be reading every line or every word of these. My purpose is to tell you or to inform you that there are scholarships available and the amounts those are available. So that's the details of the scholarships available and the amounts available, and the deadline is 1st December. So we have only, you can say, around 10 days left. So how you can get those scholarships? First one is that you have to apply for this, and what are the top 10 tips for that, for gaining those ASHRAE scholarships? Because it is a huge amount. Like if you get the $3,000 scholarships, it's amounting to around 5 lakh rupees. So it's a huge amount of money, and those persons who are in need must apply. And I would say that even filling the scholarship form gets a lot of learning from. So I would recommend everybody attending this webinar should apply for that, and let's see if we can get some scholarship. So what are the top 10 tips to get the ASHRAE scholarship? The first one is become an ASHRAE student member, because it gives you 5% points for being the ASHRAE member. Although this is not necessary that you must be an ASHRAE member in order to apply, but it gives you a good chance. And it will also provide you with some valuable resources, the opportunities and connections. Connection means the links, like the ASHRAE members in Lahore or in our country. You can contact them for details and they can guide you if you're an ASHRAE student member. So if you are not an ASHRAE student member, still they will guide you, but being an ASHRAE student member, you get more support from those members. So the second one is that you should read the application carefully and answer all the questions completely and honestly. Should meet all the criteria. You should submit your application before the deadline. You should use proper English. There should not be any grammatical or spelling mistakes. If you are submitting a handwritten or typed application, it should be neat. And those students who have age less than 18 years have to submit manually filled application. So if there's anybody with having age less than 18, then he has to print the form and fill up manually, or he can fill up the form on PDF, and then some signatures would be required from his guardians, and then he have to submit it. For those above 18 years of age, they can fill up the online application and submit it. The next point is that although it is not necessary, but if you submit a brief and which is a non-required introductory cover letter, it gives a good chance. You should be very clear about stating your goals, your financial need, and answering essay questions. So we will be going through the application form also in next few minutes, and we'll discuss that also. You should learn about the society by contacting the nearest local ASHRAE chapter. So your nearest local ASHRAE chapter, if you are participating from Lahore, it is ASHRAE Central Pakistan chapter, and you can contact me at the end of the presentation. I will be sharing my mobile number. If the students would like to contact me for any questions, you guys can contact me. And for those attending from Islamabad or Rawalpindi, we have ASHRAE Northern Pakistan chapter available there. And those participating from other than Punjab, they can contact. We have a chapter in Karachi also, naming ASHRAE Pakistan chapter. So you can get contacts of those guys also from me. So the next thing is that you can contact ASHRAE directly through email or through phone call if you have any questions. Now let's move to the form of this. Here's the society scholarship form. First is your personal data. On the top of the screen, you can say that you can see the link to download the PDF form, and you can download this form for filling up. You can say for draft filling, and then you fill up your online data. So first is your personal data. That's not anything special which you need any assistance, and then you have to provide the education details, your high school, location of your high school graduation date, the details of the university you are attending right now, what is the major program of study, and what is your GPA right now, and what is your class rank. So details about this, and your anticipated, that's very important, the anticipated month and year of college graduation. Then you have to state your professional goals. So what is your particular interest in the field covered by ASHRAE? So ASHRAE will be giving you more points if you are willing to take HVAC&R as your field after your graduation. So there are different fields in HVAC. We have installation, we have designing, we have testing, servicing, repairing, troubleshooting, and teaching. So whatever field you would like to join, there are multiple fields available, and there's a very bright scope in HVAC&R field. And the most important thing is that ASHRAE Central Pakistan chapter is available for any guidance, for any technical support for the students. So also when you are graduated, we are available for you guys for any assistance. So you have to state the professional goals, and then you have to state to what extent have you participated in HVAC&R activities right now. So to what extent have you participated in HVAC&R activities to advance your above stated goals? So if you are willing to take up HVAC&R as your field after the graduation, you must be studying something online, or you must be involved in joining the webinars or technical webinars so that your HVAC&R knowledge increases. So here you have to enter it, and if you have not done this right till now, you can find different webinars online, different webinars related to HVAC&R, and you can watch those, and you can list those webinars now, because we still have 10 days left. So if you watch like you can say 5 to 6 webinars, it's mostly are around 30 to 40 minutes, then it will be a good addition. It will be a good addition in this application. So then you have to fill up the professional data, because you are students, you won't be required to fill up this data. And then chapter contact information. You have to enter the chapter contact name. You can enter my name here, Mohammed Fahim Shahbaz, my contact name, my email address, and then you have to enter school and community services activities if you are involved in such activities in your university or college. And if you have memberships of other organizations, it will also be a good scholarship form. You have to list here if you're ASHRAE member, ASHRAE student member, because ASHRAE don't call it ASHRAE international member or ASHRAE local member. ASHRAE just call it either ASHRAE student member or non-member. So if you are ASHRAE student member, you have to list down here. If you're part of any other society, it will be very good if you're part of some international society like ASME. So that would be a great addition. So if you like to give a full go for getting this scholarship, you must take at least scholarships of two societies. First take ASHRAE and the second one should be ASME. For some other organization, you can check which one is more cheaper. So then you have to list 3 references: instructor or faculty advisor, former current employer, co-worker, and the third one is someone else. Okay, you have to state your financial need, and then you have to check out at the end you must recheck that you have filled all the details and you are eligible for it, and then you have to submit it. So that's how you will fill up the ASHRAE scholarship form, the details of ASHRAE scholarships. Now we will be moving towards the ASHRAE equipment grants. ASHRAE equipment grants. Again, the equipment grants are focused on HVAC&R. Focused on HVAC&R sector. The ASHRAE undergraduate equipment grants provide grants to the engineering, technical, and architecture schools. So the architecture students can also get those grants if their projects are HVAC&R oriented. If their projects are HVAC&R oriented, or even environmental engineering students can apply here. Electrical engineering students can apply here. Mechanical engineering students can apply here. It doesn't mean that HVAC is restricted to just mechanical engineers. Other students who are indirectly or even directly linked to HVAC&R or indoor air environment or operation of equipments, they can also apply for these scholarships and for these equipment grants. So grants shall be used to fund equipment supplies for undergraduate projects and 2-year technical school projects that focus on ASHRAE related topics. So ASHRAE related topics, the major topics are heating, ventilation, air conditioning, and refrigeration, the indoor air quality, the environmental topics. All those are covered by ASHRAE, and you can contact me for details of these topics. The grants may cover projects lasting from one academic term up to 1 year. So the grants shall be used to fund equipment and supplies for undergrad projects and 2-year technical school projects that focus on ASHRAE related topics. So ASHRAE related topics, that's great. So the application that creates hands-on teaching/demonstration in undergraduate courses will receive higher ranking than projects that are 1-year graduate research-based or research-like projects. So don't go for the research projects or you are just searching internet and typing your papers. That's not the thing which ASHRAE is basically looking on. The projects, the physical projects are more prone to getting the funding. So ASHRAE will not be assisting for the printers, for your laptops, for your tablets or hard disks, etc. So these items will not be covered in this grant. Projects involving the working models, testing equipment, experimental teaching aids, and laboratory experiments are encouraged. So you should focus on these 4 to 5 things. Projects only involving data collection, computer modeling, computer programming receive lower funding priority. Computer hardware will not be funded. However, special computer software, data acquisition software only utilized with the above listed project is acceptable. The students, when they are done with the project, the students will submit a final report to ASHRAE. Additionally, full year project will require a mid-year progress report. The grant must be submitted by your faculty member who is responsible for the projects. That's the main thing. The application must be submitted by the faculty member, and the application may be made from any engineering, civil engineering, mechanical engineering, or electrical engineering. So the application must be submitted by the faculty member. The grant must be submitted by the faculty member. And the application must be submitted by the faculty member. And the application must be submitted by the faculty member. And the application may be made from any engineering, any engineering student, the architecture or engineering technology department can apply for this. However, the project must involve an ASHRAE related topic. So all you have to do is to find the ASHRAE related topics that interest you the most. The faculty member and students responsible for the project are not required to be members. It's not a necessity that the ones who are applying for the equipment grants are ASHRAE members. But if you are the ASHRAE member, it will be a great advantage for you. The grant is made to the university for the support of the materials required for the project in an amount not to exceed $5,000. So at maximum your university or you can get $5,000. And if you are also getting funded from other sources, like you are also funding yourself for the project, then and you are applying for a portion of the amount to be paid by ASHRAE, then you get more chance. If you are telling ASHRAE that like you need $2,000 for the project and all $2,000 must be approved by ASHRAE, then there is very low chance. If you are telling them that you need $2,000 and you yourself or your team are spending like $500 by themselves and $300 are supported by some other society and ASHRAE and we need from ASHRAE about $1,200, then there is a bright chance. So if you are applying for the equipment grant, which you all guys should be, make sure to add some amount which you are by yourself you are adding into the project and some other organization also. And part of the funding is what you are requesting from ASHRAE, like 50% funding. This will give you a bright chance of getting those. The faculty as advisor have to submit the application on behalf of students who are responsible for completing the project. So you have to contact your teacher, your instructor, and discuss him about this opportunity, and he will submit application on your behalf. Okay, so that's the introduction of ASHRAE equipment grants. So let's see the grants which were given previous years. Okay, so this is the 2021 undergraduate program equipment grants details, and we have one university from Pakistan also there. So let's see what are the project titles. So this will give you an idea. So first one is the Ars research project. So it is an educational demonstration unit. The second one is performance measurement of a small footprint, subcritical CO2 based external combustion heat engine. External combustion heat engine. So this project also got funded. Modeling and validation of air-cooled condensers, considering the effect of fouling, corrosion, and scaling, and prediction of the maintenance. Combined evaporative cooling with vapor compression, air conditioning to increase efficiency. Project and development of asymmetry solar radiation. So if the electrical students are working on the solar projects, they can also apply for that and make it ASHRAE oriented. Make the title ASHRAE oriented so that you can have a bright chance of getting. So undergraduate building mechanical systems control testing teaching facility. And if you scroll down, you can find NED University, Pakistan. Here it is. ND University of Engineering and Technology, Pakistan. They got the equipment grant for geothermal air conditioning project. Then we have Oklahoma State University, development and testing of small capacity positive displacement refrigerant pumps for heat exchanger tests. Then we have something related to electronics, mechatronics, and electronics, mechatronics. We have mechanical, it is also related to mechanical also, that is integrated variable air volume box and terminal VAV box control with BACnet, DDC, MATLAB based monitoring and simulation systems. So these were some projects which got funded, and you get an idea of what kind of topics are getting the funding. So that's all from my side.